Hey Oldham County, whooping cough is on the rise.
Along with OC's population, I'm Rebecca Wisniewski.
And I'm Joey Mattingly. These stories and more on this edition of OTVX.
You're watching OTVX.
You're watching OTVX.
What's up, Oldham County, where the funny at? You gon' make us get up early, cameras on TVX, bringing you the news and the funny, you're rolled into one. Tell us who your colonels is, OTVX #1, we got what you need, what you need, we got what you need, what OTVX.
Although the temperature's dropping, whooping cough cases in Oldham County are increasing rapidly. OTVX sat down with representatives from the Oldham County Health Department to see what's what with the whooping cough.
Pertussis is a respiratory illness. It is transmitted from person to person through sneezing, coughing, singing into the air. Those respiratory droplets then are inhaled by other people, and similar to a cold or flu, that's how it's transmitted. And pertussis is a vaccine preventable illness. So actually all of us, most of us have received vaccines to prevent us from getting whooping cough. But we know that there is about a 15% vaccine failure, as well as there are some people who may have not been vaccinated, and we rely on, with a lot of illnesses that we have vaccination for, what's called a herd immunity, which means if you have a large percentage of your population that have been vaccinated, it helps protect those who have not been vaccinated. Very mild illness, but we're concerned that babies, particularly who have not had their full immunizations, are not fully protected, and so if exposed, then they can become very ill. And many times it's actually mom or an older sibling that brings it home and doesn't realize maybe that's what they have. It starts similar to a cold. You might have a little runny nose, just a low-grade fever, but then it progresses to a cough, and the cough will become worse over a period of weeks. The cough will a person can have a very, very severe cough for several months with whooping cough. It can be a very, very tragic illness, very difficult to watch a baby with whooping cough. Older adults or teenagers, school-age kids can get the illness even though they've been vaccinated. They might have a milder illness, but it's usually something that doctors, where you don't necessarily think maybe that's what you have. Now, we've only had 10 cases in Oldham County this year in 2012. Doesn't sound like a lot, but we usually have 0 or maybe 1, 2. So, and it's only August. We do see an increase in pertussis usually in the fall and winter where people are, we've gone back to school. So.
The increase in whooping cough isn't the only thing to worry about in Oldham County. With 100 new students registering at OC, classroom overcrowding might become an issue this year. Bailey Rice takes us into the tightly packed classrooms to see how the increase affects the learning process.
As many students have noticed, the population of our school has grown significantly over the past few years.
I've definitely noticed overpopulation in the school. I mean, for one, some of my classes, we don't have any extra desks, and people have to sit at the teacher's desk.
There are so many more freshmen here than there were, I think, when I was a freshman. It just seems like I walk down the hallway and just the pure crush of people makes it literally impossible to walk 3 steps without bumping into someone.
According to Mr. Steedley, the current population of our school is 1,508, compared to last year at 1,406.
I don't think it affects students' ability to learn as much as it just affects the ability to get around and have your locker in a place where you would like your locker, or to know where your teacher is if you need to touch base with them at some point in time other than your class.
That's a lot for a single district, and just the hallways are just so crowded in the mornings, and it's really hard to get from class to class.
The last 3 or 4 years, our incoming freshman classes have been larger than the graduating senior classes, so that's the biggest thing. This summer there was quite a few move-ins with kind of the rebound in the economy and the housing market starting to pick back up. We had more new students this summer than we've had in the last 4 or 5 years.
This is the point where they need to either break people off and redistrict it so that there's, a more even spread of people across the 3 schools, or just build a new high school, because it's too many people.
Currently, there are not plans for a new 4th high school in Oldham County due to the extremely low population of East Oldham Middle School. Bailey Rice, OTVX.
Our largest class is the freshman class of 2016, and this group is looking to make their mark on OCHS. This week, freshmen elected their representatives to the student government ASB. Serena Ringer will serve as class president, Connor Hounshell will serve as vice president, Shannon Rush is the freshman representative. 2 ambassadors are Andy Hoskins and Sarah Spruill. Congratulations to these students. Speaking of ASB, I hear homecoming is stacking up to be quite the shindig, Joey.
I agree. ASB has planned a fun-filled week to celebrate homecoming, and the junior class officers will be making a night to remember at the dance on the 22nd. Blake Johnson has the scoop on homecoming week activities.
Hi, I'm Blake Johnson, your Spirit Commissioner, here to tell you about Spirit Week. Monday is Pajama Day, so grab your jammies and cuddle up, OC. Tuesday is America Day, so dress in red, white, and blue and be proud to be an American. Wednesday is Superhero/Villain Day, so come ready to fight crime. Unless you're a villain, then don't. Thursday is Toga Day for all you seniors, so Greek up, and underclassmen are Collegiate Day, so girls, dress in your sorority wear, and guys, frat up. Friday is Color Day, so seniors are wearing black, juniors are wearing gray, sophomores are wearing white, and freshmen are in blue. And for our hallway decorations, the theme is Pixar. Seniors have Toy Story, juniors have Finding Nemo, sophomores have Cars, and freshmen have Monsters, Inc. Thanks, OC, and get ready for Spirit Week and the homecoming dance.
Houston King.
Dance?
Yeah, dance.
Can I do any dance?
Any dance.
It could be any
Okay, here
kind of
comes the Q-tip, guys. We outside. Look it. I'm out.
She's a hot chick, fly like Mary Poppins. She's a hot chick, fly like Mary Poppins. She's a hot chick, fly like Mary Poppins. Drop dead gorgeous, fresh out the coffin. Drop dead gorgeous, drop dead gorgeous, drop dead gorgeous, fresh out the coffin. Drop dead gorgeous, drop dead gorgeous.
Check this out, baby girl. Why don't you check out a
Man, I go to work, true winner. Jeans skinny, like Squidward. Looking for your girl, just missed it. Then my cat daddy and I took it down. Timber, wrist cold, mama.
Mirándote a los ojos se responden mis porqués. Me inspiran tus palabras y mi casa está en tu piel. Qué tierno amor, mi devoción viniste a ser.
Shout to all my lost boys. Shout to all my lost boys. We rowdy. Shout to all my lost boys. Shout to all my lost boys. We rowdy. Shout to all my lost boys. Shout to all my lost boys. We rowdy. Shout to all my lost boys. Shout to all my lost boys.
When you're ready, bass. When you're ready, when you're ready, bass. When you're ready.
Those dancers look like they are ready for Dance-a-Palooza. The OC Dance Team will have their 4th annual dance competition on Saturday, October 13th. All you crazy dancers can enter in the solo, duets, or trio categories. Not a dancer? Come out and enjoy all the performances and much more. See our dance team coach Whitney Marshall in room 104 to sign up.
FFA has had a successful season in state competitions this summer. Alyssa Laughlin goes down to the farm for a story.
This past August, 2 members of the Oldham County FFA, Jeff McCall and Edward Jasper, top placed in the Kentucky State Fair. McCall took grand champion in the category of raising and showing cattle. We go out to his farm to find out more.
I was raised on this farm all my life, so my brother did it and my sister did it, and now I'm doing it. So it's kind of a family tradition. Enter cattle of any age. We first go to like a fair or something. We have to like wash them and feed them. And then we do the grooming, and then we wait until it's our turn to go into the ring, and then we show them and hope for the best.
Meanwhile, while Jeff was out training his heifer, Edward was out driving his tractor. Edward Jasper is quite the driver, as you can see, especially for someone who is only 15 years old. That's right. This is one teenager who won't be stressing when it comes to getting behind the wheel of an automobile.
I competed in the FFA camp, the tractor driving competition, and I won out of the camp and came in 5th out of the state. Probably backing in the small shed's the hardest part because you have 2 inches of spare space on each side and have to get within 2 inches of the back poles without knocking any of them over. Driving, I was real young. I was probably about 6, 7 years old. We'd always go up on the farm and just drive around.
FFA is quite a successful program. If you would like to get involved, you can contact Mr. Hazelton in room 53 for more. Austin Murphy, OTVX News.
Don't forget to make a song request for the dance. Click the link on the school website. That wraps up this week. I hope to see you at the football game tonight.
Don't forget to wear your jammies Monday. I'm Rebecca Wisniewski.
And I'm Joey Mattingly. You know summer is over when the dogs get to swim in the local pool. Have a great weekend.
You're watching OTVX.
You're watching OTVX.
What's up, Oldham County, where the funny at? You gon' make us get up early, cameras on TVX, bringing you the news and the funny all rolled into one. Tell us who your colonels is, OTVX.